But my question to y'all is I want to talk about double standards. I want to talk about double standards, and I just want to try to be honest. Why do we have a problem with double standards? Right? Why is there such an uproar with double standards? And what I mean by that is, there's a double standard for men, i.e., Future. And I don't want to get in anybody's business, but he may have been seen with multiple women, and that's just a fact. I mean,
No,
he
use somebody else besides Future
why
because he's been with multiple women and he fathered multiple children with
by
multiple women.
exactly. So
That's I mean
but
that's
my
she don't
point
have
is,
8 kids from 8 different men,
no,
so that's not necessary.
my point is that it is somewhat of an acceptance, right? It's a badge of honor maybe for Future, not so much. I mean, if you could take care of your kids, and I mean, I don't want to get into that with anybody, but you know what I'm saying. As far as him being with multiple
Oh,
women, like
okay,
I'm saying, that's a
okay.
badge of honor.
I get what
Like
you're saying. I get what
we
you're saying.
look at that, right? Like those things are. You go back to 007, right? He was a sex symbol, but in every movie he was with a different woman. You know what I'm saying? Like those things are kind of programmed, and it is just okay, or at least our society deems it as okay. It's cool. Like, oh, he's debonair. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, and all that. But when it is a woman, obviously we know the double standards there. I guess as of recent, the tide is kind of changing, so to speak. But my question is there a problem with double standards, right?
Is there a problem with it? It can be if it's like if it's be like oppressive type of thing. Like you can't do this, but I don't want you to do it. Right? I can vote, but you can't vote type of thing. You know,
Okay.
it's just something like when it's like that. But if it's like, oh, men open the door, but women open the door for men, but you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't really matter. That those type of double standards type of
So
thing. Like, oh, women, like to me, a double standard is that boys supposed to be tough, right? And a lot of times, to me, it's a double standard because then when men grow up, they grow up, kind of, keep emotional to themselves. They kind of grow up not knowing how to really express themselves, all because that double standard growing up, how you supposed to rub dirt in it, but a girl can grow up and express herself. That's why women sometimes be better communicators. So those double standards are bad. So yeah, I have a problem with those.
Do I have a problem with double standards? This is a tough question because they exist, they're here. I don't think they're going anywhere. I, and The issue is the origin of them. You know what I mean? A lot of them came from. I think a lot of them, like those ones, like Boys Be Tough, the ones I know he just talked about. I think they came from a place, some type of place of like trying to have order for men and women in society, and then obviously as society grew, it's nuance into it, so it can't be black and white like that. But I think some double standards were made to just give a direction for men and women. You know what I mean? And maybe they were needed at the time. And back then they were a thing and they were real and it helped in some way. Men being the caregiver or whatever that may be in woman. I mean, men taking care of the household, so providing and women being a caregiver and stuff like that, and all those double standards of that nature were, I think I understand where they come from. I understand the origin. I understand why they were needed. You know what I mean? It's some nuance, but life is very nuanced. So I guess I understand double standards, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't hate them. I understand them. So I
I
guess
guess preach.
the
Well,
best way
what
I
are you
can
trying
explain
to
it.
get at?
I'm
What are you
not
trying to
trying to
get
get
at?
at anything. I'm just asking a question. I mean, because it depends on the situation, and it depends on you as an individual.
But
Because
is there a
certain
double standard in this relationship that prompted you to even ask this? It got to be
well,
something that why prompted this.
I mean, in the case of Lori Harvey, the idea of it came about that she's been spotted with many different women, right? And some
Men,
women,
Man,
men, I'm sorry, or but
hey,
each his own.
hey,
well,
that's a double standard
that
right
and
there
that's a
too.
double standard right there. That is definitely a double standard, but we definitely
Mhm.
not going there.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're definitely not going there.
I'm not
But
going there.
but my point is that she's been spotted with like many different high profile
And
men,
people
and
calling her a
people,
hoe.
some people are saying that okay, yo, she wilding, like all right, it's going too far. But then other people are saying we should champion her. But then I seen some women saying I seen on Twitter like You know, she has access to high profile men, and it's just like it's just par for the cause. Like, you know, in theory, it's only what 4 or 5 men. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily quote unquote a lot. I guess maybe in a span of time.
It's just that
but
we know them.
we know who they are. They're
We
very,
know
very,
them.
very, very high
Yeah,
profile.
I talk to women that, you know, I could find pictures on Facebook with them through the years with other men that they probably talk to.
Oh, for sure.
But nobody cares. But no.
Whoa,
Lori
whoa,
Harvey.
no.
So do
Well,
y'all? So,
on a
so
grand
my
scale.
question is. So my question is, piggyback on Sam. Like, would you want the world? How do you picture a world with no double standards, where everything is? Do you prefer the world of double standards, or would you say like, nope? I want to see how it is with none.
I mean, just the idea of double standards, right? It comes from a place of someone saying that I can do something but you shouldn't do it, right? But let's be clear. Sometimes what they're saying is right. Like because in theory, parents have double standards, right? Like this idea. I don't know if y'all ever heard the phrase. I don't know if I guess maybe my father may have said it. Like, I want you to do better than me. Like, you know what I mean? But that in theory, like, and when you break it down at a core level, that is a double standard. It's like, what do you mean?
If somebody smoking cigarettes saying don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, don't smoke cigarettes. It's like, yes. So double standards are good, or they can be good, right? When used the right way, they can be good because it comes from a place of experience. So when people say not to be quote unquote promiscuous or to be with many different people, like, it comes from a place of just a health concern. Right, you know what I mean? Like that's one, like just being just overall healthy. Not to say that you're doing something with all these people, but that can be one, right? And it can be just the fact that some people are turned off by people who have been here, there, and everywhere. I mean, I'm just saying, like that was frowned upon at a point.
It's a double standard because some men are right, but on the flip side, a lot of women goes to the popular, famous guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that, a lot of women like that. A lot of women are attracted to those guys who around a lot of women. And men, you're not gonna be as a man. Most men, if you got a woman that's all the dudes around, some people might be like,
we trying to go there.
Do
y'all want to go there?
It's a quote, right? It's like, I kind of noticed this through time dating and stuff. I don't know what you're talking about, but going through life dating and stuff, or even like getting swinging people, like, right? If I swing mill somebody, sorry Lex, this is a scenario. I swing mill somebody, he gonna say, what is the first thing Mill's gonna say is, what does she look like? If somebody was to swing Lex something, the first thing she would say, what does he do? Right? Women care about your career and that a lot more than men do. Men care a lot more about how you look. Women do care a lot more status and power. So if you can have a chance to talk to Diddy, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying?
Stereotype Mike in the house. Mike, you are wilding.
Some people take things too personal, though. Some things are taken too personal, and this
as what?
This is a part of life. Just stereotypes. This is part of life.
No, okay. I okay. Never mind the stereotype. I'm just talking about the double standard.
Double standard. Like you said it before. Some of it is used as a learning experience to better you, and then you got some that have a negative impact as well. But it's something that we have to, accept. Like, they're not going to go away. Double standards aren't going to go away.
Nah, Mill, that's terrible advice. But I would say this: if people was online,
that wasn't advice though.
If people was online saying that Lori Harvey is a hoe or something, then they should, like, that's kind of whack, right? I don't get in women's business, but that's in me.
No, I hear you, and I'm not. That's just chatty patty. That's getting too far in that, and I mean that I'm not like bringing up. I don't care about that. That's her life. That's her personal business. I'm just saying strictly on just the double standard part. Like, I thought that
those
was.
people need to go get a job.
Check it out. Come and check us out as we think it's a sports show. Come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out as we think it's a sports show. Come see what we about. Hey, Mike, Rad, Mills, Preach.